Hi, and welcome to another episode of How to Style with Spaces by Jack Flash. Today, I am going to be showing you how to style bar shelves in two different ways. We are going to opt for two different styles. One is very contemporary and one is more of a modern farmhouse look. When styling shelves, I typically start with a blank slate and try to add different heights, various textures, different materials, and add pops of live greenery and live elements throughout the space. When starting with the shelves, I usually begin with the bottom shelf. And here we added a plaster round dish with a live element of a walnut and coincided it with a more modern contemporary piece of artwork. And then finished it off with a couple of antiques, a book and an antique speaker. And then to offset the eclectic vibe down here, we opted for very contemporary, clean-looking glasses. We ensured to have various heights throughout. When arranging barware, I love creating a different flow throughout the space. So here is at a medium level, we have it raised and then back down to a medium. And then it's nice to have a kind of relief for the eye. So we created just an open area right here. And then we added various textures. So we have kind of like a gloss finish here with the glass, but then we wanted to add something with more texture. So we have a marble and we have a clay vessel as well. And then adding another element like metal is another way to bring in various textures. Another way to create more interest and create more of a lived-in look is by breaking apart various structures and then placing them on the shelf right beside, which just creates a more organic feel. For the top shelf, we didn't want to create anything too heavy for the eye. So we integrated a decanter, a glass contemporary decanter. To add additional height to the top shelf, we added one dried floral piece, and then we arranged two bowls together here out of various textures to draw the eye up and around and down. Each shelf should have various textures and materials. So if you notice on the top shelf, we've got glass. On the bottom shelf here, we've got contemporary glass as well. And then here on the bottom, we've got a contemporary picture frame. So we've got glass elements throughout each shelf. And then here we've also included kind of like a textural stone material on each shelf. So at the top again, we've got the plaster bowl and the marble, and then here we've carried it over and added a plaster and then a marble again, and then finally this bowl is also plaster. So you kind of draw the eye and create various textures throughout the space, but you just have to make sure that they're not lined up on top of each other in the same texture. This version of the bar shelf styling is in the modern farmhouse style. So to create more of a farmhousey look, we integrated a lot of natural textures. So we've got a straw basket here. We have a lot more antique pieces throughout the space as well. And we integrated as much life as possible with everything from the artichokes. We continued with the walnuts, and then again, some florals just coming out of the basket. Because most of these items are a lot heavier and substantial than they were in the contemporary styling, we added large oversized items on the main countertop space to ground the entire shelving unit and bring the eye down so that you don't concentrate so much on all the small eclectic items above first. When styling shelves, we also typically create various groups throughout the shelf, and then we add space between each grouping to create interest through the eye and to kind of give some relief. Styling shelves should be something that's really fun and organic, and it can change as your style changes, and it's something that you can, play around with and just add different character to each space in your home. So what's your style? Comment below and let us know what your favorite style is and how you integrate styling in your home.